welcome to FAT. I'm your host, Michael Redmond. Those keeping up with March Madness are privy to St. John's loss to Duke in their Sweet 16 matchup. The game was neck and neck, both halves begging the question, Zuby, what'd you edge me for? The Johnnies played a very physical game, so much so that Duke player Cameron Boozer's shirt was ripped in the final foul of the game. Good, I say, because I don't like Cameron Boozer. He beat us. I hope he splits his pants in his next game. I hope his favorite shirt gets ripped. I hope his mom loses her sewing kit, so his favorite shirt has to be thrown out and replaced. The Johnnies are out of March Madness. So what? Who cares? There's bigger stuff going on in the world. Summer's around the corner, temperatures are rising, and I'm excited to work a job and lose my mind. I worked in one of the gates of hell once, a Kroger. Truly an evil environment. The pay was awful. They had me pushing carts no matter what weather, hurricanes or 105-degree weather. Truly an unsafe environment. The place was staffed with racists, perverts, thieves. The customer base was not much better. I almost got into a fist fight with a man because I didn't know how to work self-checkout. He started cursing me out. I invited him to the parking lot to catch that fade. He declined. I'd rather work as a coal miner than work at Kroger. I'd rather be a dog at Christy Nome's shooting range than work at Kroger. I'd rather sell Lululemon sets and hip pads to her husband than work at Kroger. Working at Kroger did teach me one thing: how to steal from a register. Speaking of, there's a new Keke Palmer movie coming out called I Love Boosters. I'm personally very excited for it. I don't know much about the plot, but it seems to be about competitive thievery. I hope the St. John's tuition office has a cameo in the film. Stick around, we have a great show for you.
Dude, you'll never guess what I did over spring break.
Nothing? Like your lazy ass usually does?
Alright, wise guy. I don't suppose you did anything special either.
Well, I applied for jobs, I studied for my midterms, and I even volunteered at a grocery store.
Okay, well, since you're not gonna guess what I did, let me tell you a little something. I found a genie in a lamp. You know, like the one from Aladdin.
Well, I know what a genie is, Anthony, but I really doubt you found a genie in a lamp.
Oh, no. Trust me. I found a real one.
Where'd you find it?
Timu.
So, assuming that there is a genie in a lamp, then... Did you just get taller?
Oh yeah, I'm glad you noticed my first wish. You know, I was initially 5'11", but now I'm a full 6 feet.
Okay, so what was your second wish then?
I got my broken window fixed.
Are you serious?
Look, I didn't have the money to fix it right away.
Then why didn't you just wish for money? You could have wished money to fix that broken window, and you also could have used that money to help the homeless, you know, fund the city.
Yeah, but I really needed my window to get fixed.
So, let me get this straight. You found a genie in a lamp, and you already wasted 2 of your precious wishes on the almost nothing, most useless, most confusing request I have ever heard in my life. You could have wished for money. You could have wished to fix world hunger. You could have wished to end all wars, fix the government, or even change our capitalist system. What was your last wish?
got a Switch too.
Good night, everyone, and welcome to News, the St. John's University news channel that covers news that other campus news stations won't, because it's a little weird. I'm your host, John News, and I'm the concept of news given a feeble human form that your primitive minds can understand.
And I'm Stu. Okay, who put my last name in the script?
In today's first story, a man has been seen dancing on campus. While normally this wouldn't be an issue, the man's dancing is so horrendous that it is scaring away the natural squirrel and hawk population. We interviewed one of the immortal squirrels on campus, and she said, "Not in a billion years of my life have I seen dancing so horrendous, and I can remember a time when dancing was mainly used to shake leeches off."
In other news, Subway changed their cookie size last week, causing an uproar amongst customers. Reporters say that once customers discovered that cookies were being made 1 centimeter smaller, they rushed the stands. The customers found stale loaves of bread that they used to attack the workers with. This escalated to the workers pulling out emergency nunchucks made of frozen lettuce. 7 were injured, 4 were killed, and 1 was baked into a loaf of bread before being served to a customer. After a long and hard fight, the workers finally agreed to change the cookie size back.
The Taco Bell, long thought to have been removed from campus entirely, has recently been discovered to have been moved to a new location. To get there, all you have to do is head into the elevator in Marillac. You must go to the floors in the following order: 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, and finally B. After you do this, a button should appear in the elevator that looks like the classic Taco Bell logo. Press it and you will be taken 57 meters below ground to where the Taco Bell is located. As the elevator opens, you will be greeted by Sphincter, the gatekeeper. In order to pass, you must provide him with your 3rd favorite stuffed animal, your paternal great-aunt's maiden name, and the belly fur of a gray Russian cat. If you don't provide these items, or if they're deemed inadequate, you will be made into the next taco sold. Finally, you must pay in cash at the counter, with the exact amount your purchase costs. We interviewed a man who had eaten at this Taco Bell. He said, "It was all right, but I do miss Mr. Snuffles."
A recent controversy has shocked the world. 22-year-old Anthony Archer has been found guilty of illegally purchasing a genie lamp on Temu. Authorities are pressing charges after an international backlash over the, quote, mind-numbing stupidity of his wishes. Reports indicate Anthony used his 3 wishes to rewrite reality to his will to fix a window, become 6 feet tall, and get a Switch 2. Critics say these wishes could have been used to fix world hunger, end global conflicts and greed, or even create an international utopian society where every human has their base needs met. The trial won't be until this summer, but Anthony's official statement, "My bad," does not look like it'll save him from the electric chair.
For our last story today, our school's esports team was sucked into their game at their most recent competition. Reports have been saying that at yesterday's tournament, one of the players spilled their energy drink all over the computer while playing in Marvel Rivals. Instead of ruining the PC, they were sucked into the game along with all their teammates. Spectators described the scene as exactly like that Tron movie. The game was called off at first to ensure the player's safety. However, when it was discovered that the team could still play from inside of the game, the coach let them continue. Some argued that being in the game gave them an unfair advantage, as it was literally the only thing they could focus on. Others were worried about how the team would get out of the game once the tournament was finished. The coach brushed all of these concerns aside, saying, "My team has the same advantages and disadvantages as any other esports team on the scene. It's just now that their head really is in the game." After the match was concluded, onlookers suspected that the players would come back to the real world. However, they still remain stuck in the game. The coach has the team constantly training 24/7 to improve their skills and coordination. Well, that's all the news we have for today. Tune in next week when we discuss how some students are secretly 4 children in a comically long trench coat.
We are live with an interview with Puxatawny Phil. So, Phil, you decided 6 more weeks of winter, and we are tired of it. We had it, Phil. How does that make you feel?
Is this for the news?
No, Phil. Did my assistant not brief you, or?
What?
Oh, this is for Tea Time Television. Anyways, just answer my questions and you're good, okay? This is live, so.
All right, let me. I'm a mess. One second. I'm coming. Okay. I'm ready. Hello.
All right. Okay, Phil, I'm gonna ask you again.
Mhm.
You decided 6 weeks of winter, and we're not happy about it. How does that make you feel?
Oh, absolutely fantastic. I've dreamed of this my whole life, you know? Who wouldn't want to be personally blamed for snow, ice, and canceled plans and not being able to go to the McDonald's drive-thru, whatever, you know? I'm really living the dream, if you think about it. You know, do people honestly think I control the weather? Sure, right. I'm Mother Nature's evil twin. What?
How does your wife feel about that? Phyllis, what do you think about your husband, Phil, and this whole shadow thing?
Phil, he's amazing. Every February, he panics at his literal shadow, ruins everyone's spring, and somehow I'm still here, holding the burrow together.
Phil, is it true that you're scared of your shadow?
Okay, first of all, I didn't appreciate that. It felt like there were some undertones to that. But me, scared? Pfft, no, never. You know, I'm totally fine just casually being hunted by my own literal shadow while humans call me the villain, you know? It's super chill.
All right, if you think so. Right, Choo!
Oh, jeez. Oh, my God. I shouldn't have agreed to this.
Honestly, I don't know how he does it. Screams at his own shadow, freaks out, dives back underground. Meanwhile, what people don't see is I'm cleaning the burrow, I console him, I run this place. I'm Winter's unsung hero. Bless him, though. Really, I can't blame him for being incompetent. He thinks the shadow is out to get him.
I do dishes on Wednesdays, okay? You don't do everything. But why am I the villain? You know, you humans need to watch out for the shadow.
So then when is spring, though?
Why don't you ask the clouds or Santa, you know, or literally anyone but me? I quit. Get me out of the studio. Out of my burrow. Interrupting me. Insulting me.
Dude,
Do you remember Gak?
do I remember Gak? I used to play with it all the time when I was a kid. You ever collect Beanie Babies?
Yeah, I got like 20 in my attic right now.
So, you kids like stuff from the 90s, eh? Well, I've got an assortment of 90s relics right here for you to buy.
So how much for that yo-yo?
That won't be necessary. Let's just say you don't pay for these items in money.
So it's free! Sweet.
Get out of here. Let's go. I'm getting pretty good at it.
Yeah, man, I don't know. There's something about this one. I'm not too good with yo-yos, but this one, it's just like, ah! Yo, this hat, it's not coming off.
Oh, that must have been the price he was talking about. Let's go see him. What did you do to him?
It's not what I did to him. It's what he did to himself. You see, this yo-yo was possessed by a boy who died by using it. He was trying to walk the dog and ended up splattering his own brains against the ground. This boombox, possessed by a kid who had it on the top shelf and blasted the music. before it fell down and caved in his head.
Yeah, and let me guess, that arcade machine crushed someone else's skull while they were playing it.
Well, actually, he was a farmer and he had a lot of horses, and the game really distracted him while he was playing, so, you know, they trampled him.
How do I get this bling off? It's dope, but being possessed is not sick, man.
Ha ha ha! What's done is done, and now you'll pay the price.